Hi and welcome. My name is Mara Watts with Mara Watts Yoga, and in this video we're going to be moving through a back care yoga class, which is part of the Back Care Yoga Snack series. And the goal of this class is to move your spine in various directions, to encourage the spine to move in ways that sometimes we tend to forget to move into. So if you sit at a computer or you sit a lot during the day, typically what ends up happening is the spine rounds and we're in this rounded position. So what we want to do is we want to open and reverse that curve and encourage the spine to move in various ways. So this is a very gentle flow, and so I hope that this will be nourishing to your back and to your spine. So let's get started. If you'll take your hands and place them on your knees in a seated position with a nice tall lengthened spine, we're going to begin to move along our breath. So on an inhale, we're going to tilt the pelvis forward just a smidge and open through the front of the chest, seated cow. And then as you exhale, round, tuck the belly, drop the head. So we'll move just like that. Inhale, cow belly. Exhale through cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale through cat. So we're just doing the traditional cat-cow movement, but we're seated. And what I like about this version of cat-cow is that if anyone happens to have knee issues, this is a very accessible option or modification for the pose. So let's do a couple more just like this. Inhaling to open through the chest, maybe even look up. And then as you exhale, tuck the chin, round, press the belly, the back away from you. Two more. Inhale, smile. Exhale, round. Last one. Inhale, forward. Exhale, round. Then on your next inhale, if you'll sit up nice and tall, lift the head. We're going to bring our arms out to the side in cactus arms, or also known as goalpost arms, depending on what you prefer. And the movement we're going to move through is an inhale to take those arms back. And then as you exhale, bring the arms forward, a little bit of a cat rounding in the back. So as you inhale, you open, exhale, round. And so the goal here is to really open and broaden through the front of the chest as you inhale and open. So sending those arms back, and as you exhale, rounding and closing those arms, touching hand, palm to palm. Inhale to open. Exhale to round. Let's do a couple more of these. So really open and broaden on your inhale. And then exhale, round and close off. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Really make it count. Inhale, open. And then exhale, round. Beautiful. As you inhale, open up. And then exhale the arms down. Hands come back to your knees. We're going to do some torso circles. So just isolating the torso here. So instead of moving the whole body, we're going to just move the torso around. So move, rounding and circling up top. Few one way. And your hips may get into this a little bit in just a moment. But what I'm wanting is just the top half of your body to be moving. And then reverse. So the shoulders may get into this. We're just loosening up those muscles. And then let's take full upper body circles. So sitting up nice and tall, we're going to take a big breath in, and then as you exhale, take the torso towards one knee and exhale, round it around. Inhale brings you back up. Exhale, round, make a big circle. Inhale, sits you back up. So we're just going to take a few circles around. One more. Let's reverse the circle. So taking it the opposite direction. Again, inhale to lift. Exhale takes it down. And if you're anything like me and you're doing this in the morning before you've moved your body a lot, you may feel a little stiffness in those back muscles and in the spine. That's okay. The purpose of this again is to warm up the muscles and encourage them to move more freely in the body. So this is great for in the morning time. Let's do one more. And before you go to bed. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Good. So on the length of your mat, you can bring your blanket with you. We're going to do some forward folding seated. So taking your legs out in front of you with a little bounce to those knees. We want our legs hips distance apart. So really pay attention to what hips distance apart is for you, okay? So where are your hips at and where are your legs at? So flex your feet as if you're standing on the ground. And we're going to inhale the arms up, and then with the knees nice and bent, exhale, reach for those toes. On an inhale, we're going to trace the fingers up the shins, lift and broaden through the chest, and then exhale, fold once more. Inhale rises you all the way up to seated. Exhale, hands down. So we're going to do that a couple of times. I want your knees really, really bent. And the purpose of this is to allow the hamstrings to relax, which will help to relax your low back as you're folding. Okay? So nice deep bend. Take a big breath in. And then exhale to fold. Inhale, trace those fingers up the shins, reach out through the front of the chest, and then exhale, fold. On the inhale, we come all the way up, and then exhale the hands back down. So it's just like a typical standing fold, except we're seated, if you've moved through this with me before. 2 more times. Inhale reaches you up, and then exhale folds you over your legs. Inhale for a broad chest. Exhale to fold. And then inhale reaches your arms up. Exhale it down. Again, we inhale, reach it up. And then exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale up for your flat back. And then exhale to fold. Inhale reaches those arms up. And we exhale it down. So you can reach your legs out and kind of move it around a little bit. Okay? From here, if you'll sit up nice and tall, I'm going to turn so that you can see me. I'm going to sit up nice and tall and inhale the arms up, interlace the fingers, turn the palms up towards the sky, straighten those arms. We're going to stay here and breathe, okay? So what I want you to try to pay attention is to your ribs. So if your ribs are really jutting out and this is like, whoa, this hurts, try to bring those ribs back into your body. Hug the navel up and in. Reach those fingers, those hands up, and then soften your shoulders down and away from your ears. And so we're breathing. And you may start to feel some heat in your body as you stay here and breathe. But try to breathe through it. And so the purpose of this is to help to lengthen through the spine. You can also do this standing if that's more comfortable for your body. So please stand if you feel more comfortable standing versus seated. Let's take about 5 more breaths. Really reach out through the palms, making sure the shoulders aren't sneaking up towards your ears. We want to soften those down away from the ears. One more breath. If you feel any tingling in your arms, try to breathe through it. And then if you'll take a big breath in, then as you exhale, releasing the left hand down to the mat, we'll side bend. As you inhale, come up. Exhale to the other side, side bend. Let's do this a couple of times. So inhale up, exhale over. Make sure that your glutes are glued to the mat, so there's no popping up. Exhale over. Inhale up and exhale over to the other side. This time we're going to stay. What I'd like for you to do is to bend in that elbow and then inhale, really reach the arm and the fingertips away from you. Really feel that lengthening through your whole side body. And notice in this side, so my left side here, if you're starting to kind of crunch. So what we want to do is walk the fingertips towards the body just a little bit more to give you more space between your ribs and your hip bone. And then reach out, side bend, and then that lengthening, the support of those fingertips is going to help to open that space up just a little bit more. Okay? Inhale up and exhale over. Again, notice, stay and breathe. Lengthen through the whole side body. If you notice any crunching in your right side body, walk the fingertips, the right fingertips towards yourself. Use the support of that lengthening and then side bend to keep from crunching the ribs and this whole side body. So we don't want that to happen. We want some space here. Good. One more breath. Then inhale up, exhale down. We're going to roll out those shoulders a little bit one way and then the other. So from here, we're going to move into airplane arms. So on an inhale, I'm bringing those arms out to a T. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a big breath in, and then as we exhale, turning to one side. Inhale forward and exhale to the other side. This can also be done standing. I personally like trying it first in seated because my hips are grounded, my glutes and my legs are grounded. So it helps to train the mind to isolate and only move the upper body. So this is more of a twist in the back and for the spine versus moving with the hips. So we want to isolate the upper body. Inhale forward, exhale to one side. Let's do this one more time on the other side. Inhale forward, exhale. Then we inhale forward, exhale, release. Beautiful. From here, let's come to our bellies. You can utilize the blanket underneath your pelvis for a little extra support. So coming all the way down here. When you're there, if you'll bring your hands behind your back and clasp the fingers together. We're going to straighten the arms out and away from us. So shoulders are down and away from the ears. And with the feet untucked, the feet pressing into the top of your feet pressing into the mat, we'll take a big breath in to lift up, reach those fingertips, those fingers, the hands, the arms away from your body. Gaze is downwards. Exhale to come down. We're going to do a couple of those. So inhale, lift, reach away from your body. Then exhale, release down. Inhale, lifts you. Exhale, lowers you. Let's do a couple more. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale down. Take a cheek. Release the hands to your side. You may even shake your hips from side to side. And another nice releasing the low back can be bending at the knees and dropping the feet from side to side. So sometimes we call this windshield wiper legs. But it's an awesome way of releasing those low back muscles, especially after we do the back bending. Good. Then from here, if you'll release the legs down, we're going to place the hands underneath the shoulders and make our way back into a child's pose. So a few breaths here. And then on your next inhale, using the support of your hands, coming all the way up, sitting up nice and tall. Feel into your back. Notice what's happening in your back. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that your back feels nourished and loved on. And I'll see you in the next yoga snack.